Sue Roberts ydw I, fi ydi pennaeth Ysgol Sant Ffransis yn Aberdaugn. Sant Ffransis is an English medium school. We're in Milford Haven, which isn't a particularly Welsh-speaking part of Pembrokeshire at all. We have no children here who come from Welsh-speaking homes. So trying to create a culture of Welsh language speaking within school was particularly school-based, with very little support or knowledge coming from the pupils' home backgrounds. In the last 2 years, we have just developed considerably since the arrival of Sarah Mansfield, our deputy head, who had come fresh from the Welsh sabbatical. We had also provided the opportunity for an LSA and another teacher in school to receive the Welsh training at the sabbatical. So we felt that we were fairly well equipped to begin to develop a really positive Welsh ethos within the school. However, it was in need of somebody to drive it, and it was Sarah who really drove the enthusiasm from the pupils to create a Welsh school, and a school where Welsh is spoken on a daily basis very, very naturally. There is nothing contrived about how the children speak to each other or to staff. It just is very natural.
Shwmae, Sarah Mansfield ydw I. Fi ydi diprwy prif athrawes yn Ysgol Sant Ffransis. Dwi'n dysgu blwyddyn 5 a 6. Hefyd, fi ydi cydlynydd Cymraeg yr ysgol. 2 flynedd yn ôl, dechreuais I weithio yn Ysgol Sant Ffransis. Ro'n I newydd orffen cwrs y bothol I ddysgu Cymraeg. Dwi ddim yn hyderus yn siarad Cymraeg gyda oedolion, ond dwi'n defnyddio Cymraeg dro dydd yn yr ysgol. When I first started in St Francis, there was quite a negative attitude towards the Welsh language and the learning of Welsh. So, first of all, we introduced the scheme of work set up by the county, which I felt was a lot more up-to-date than what we were previously using. It had Simon Cowell and things like that, so the children were really enthused by what was being taught in the lessons. So after the scheme of work was then embedded, we decided that we needed to consolidate the understanding from the Welsh language lessons across the curriculum. So we used the Welsh language patterns provided and mapped them across the curriculum, across all the 12 topics, to ensure that the children were using it throughout the day. And there was an expectation on the pupils from the teachers and the teachers from the pupils to ensure that they were using Welsh throughout the day.
Miss Mansfield ydi athrawes blwyddyn 5 a 6. She's also the Welsh coordinator. 2 years ago, the majority of Ramsey class did not know a large amount of Welsh. However, the whole school has made a great effort to develop the Welsh throughout the school, led by Miss Mansfield. Nawr rydw i'n hyderus yn siarad Cymraeg. Ac nawr, achos o Miss Mansfield, mae 5 merch yn dosbarth Ramsey wedi cael lefel 6 yn Cymraeg. Within the 2 years in Ramsey, I have improved my Welsh because when I first went into Ramsey, all I knew was how to say my name and where I lived. But as I've carried on in Ramsey, I have been able to do full conversations with my friends. At the start of Ramsey, I didn't really like Welsh, but because we do Welsh games, I have.
Beth yw you as a collective went? Eli?
I hockey.
Iawn. Beth yw I went? Dylan?
Essie.
Tried to trick you. Beth yw she went? Pwy sy'n ennill? Dylan. Da iawn, Dylan. Beth yw we went yn Gymraeg? Pwy sy'n ennill?
Ni. Aethon ni cinema, gwelwn ni Avengers, ond mae rest i fi Spider-Man achos mae'n wych.
Da iawn.
Dwi'n diwylio pêl-roed. Bob dydd bach yn y ysgol, dwi'n chwarae pêl-roed gyda ffrindiau achos mae'n hwyl iawn. Yes! I've been given a great opportunity to develop my Welsh in St Francis School. Y brif reason dwi eisiau siarad Cymraeg yw achos dwi ddim yn gwybod beth bydde i'n wneud yn y dyfodol.
and dwi eisiau fod mor barod ar y gaclau.
Our Welsh has improved massively with all the opportunities Miss Mansfield gives us, such as squad ysgrifennu,
Siarad Cymraeg bob amser. Also, we put our Welsh to the test when we attended our overnight stay in Llangrannog.
It's really entertaining just to know the Welsh language, and as well it's really good for job opportunities, because if you're against someone who doesn't know any Welsh, you have a higher chance of getting the job.
Dwi dwlu ar siarad Cymraeg yn St Francis.
They, with the help of Sarah, set up Cyngor Cymraeg. They completely lead the Welsh Assembly on a Tuesday morning. They present the prayers, they present the hymns, they present certificates to siaradwyr yr wythnos. The teachers are present so that they can share with the children their progress in Welsh, which, as all staff point out, continues to develop.
2 years ago, we started a club called a Cyngor Cymraeg. Every term, we handed out newsletters to inform the parents of what we'd done this term and competitions. The Cyngor Cymraeg meet every Tuesday to collect all the talking eggs from each class. In our assemblies, we do it all by ourselves, the teacher doesn't help. While in the assembly, we give out prizes to the person that speaks the most Welsh in that week. We also have our own Welsh prayers and hymns.
Shwmae, rydyn ni'n Cyngor Cymraeg, rydyn ni'n dwlu ar Cymraeg. The Cyngor Cymraeg makes sure that everyone in the school has an opportunity to speak Welsh daily.
Mae sawl mant eisiau siarad Cymraeg, cael swyddi yn y dyfodol a gwneud ffrindiau niwedd. Dros penwythnos, esu I Llangrannog gyda Iaith, roeddwn ni'n gallu siarad Cymraeg.
This is all thanks to Miss Mansfield, who has boosted our confidence throughout the years that we have been in her class.
I think the Cyngor Cymraeg has been a big part of Welsh in our school because we do phrase of the weeks, which helps the pupils to learn Welsh.
Every lunchtime, we go down to the younger classes and ask them, beth ges di I ginio? They reply with, ces I brecdanau neu cinio.
We also, at the end of every term, make our own Welsh newsletters. Everyone really likes these as nice, colourful and are really creative.
It helps everyone understand what the Cyngor Cymraeg has done throughout the years. We also interviewed the new teachers that wanted to come into our school. We had to know if they had a good standard of Welsh so that they could teach the children.
This is really good as it has boosted our confidence in speaking to new people and asking people new questions in Welsh.
We produce Welsh newsletter to show our parents what happened in school.
We invite our parents in to learn Welsh with us, which is really funny because we're much better than they are.
Toby's been in the school for about 8 years. Since joining the school, when he first started, there was just the merit certificates on a Friday for spoken Welsh around the school. Since he's gone up to school, there's been newsletters home, there's been parent children classes to learn Welsh. There's been more Welsh spoken in the playground. The teachers are always greet children with Shwmae.
Mae Cyngor Cymraeg arbennig yma. Rydyn ni'n cynnal gwasanaeth Cymraeg all by ourselves.
We display our phrase of the week all around the school.
Rydyn ni'n rhoi toginau I pawb I siarad Cymraeg.
we introduced the Iaith system, which the Cyngor Cymraeg take very seriously. If they hear children using Welsh in the playground, they ensure that they report it back to their teachers to ensure that they've been rewarded for using Welsh outside the classroom as well. I've mentioned the Cyngor Cymraeg. They've had a massive influence in the changing attitude towards Welsh across the school. There are the prizes in the Welsh Language Assembly, which was a bit of an incentive to begin with, but the enjoyment of Welsh is throughout the school now, so it's not just for the prizes where the children speak Welsh. Part of the Cyngor Cymraeg decided that during the reward time at the end of a week, they would like to go into the younger classes and to do some peer coaching. So the MKOs from year 6 go down into the younger year groups to ensure that the children are using the language patterns provided and the phrase of the week during their playtime, so that it's more naturally used throughout the day. This has resulted in a really positive attitude and a love for the language and learning Welsh.
Rydyn ni'n defnyddio Cymraeg drwy'r dydd.
Rydyn ni'n chwarae llawer o gemau.
Every Friday we go down to the younger classes to help them with their pronunciation and reading books. In my opinion, teaching younger children Welsh is very important. Mine yn bendigedig now.
When we first started levelling the work, or we started the moderation of Welsh work back in 2010, we were struggling to get level 4s. This year, with the continued input of all staff, but particularly driven by Sarah as Welsh coordinator, we're now in the position of having pupils leave, 25% of our year 6 pupils leaving with the attainment of level 6.
Tas y llawer arian gyda fi, baswn i prynu top lwedd o ganolfan siopa achos mae daw'r star shop o Uno. Sôn am gyffroes, baswn i ddim yn prynu tracwisg achos mae hen ffasiwn. Sôn am ofnadwy, tas y llawer arian gyda fy mam, baswn hi prynu ffrog yn y Primark achos mae'n meddwl bod Primark yn frefrad a bit iawn.
Fy hoff siop cwan ydy Sports Direct, achos yn fy marn i mae rad ac mae'n dewis da Uno. Mae dal yn cysau dillad cwan achos mae'n feddwl mae'n wystraf arian a ddiflas. Dwi'n anghytuno gyda da, achos dwi'n meddwl bod mae'n gyfforddus iawn.
So much so that some of my year 6 pupils have been practicing their conversations on Skype and FaceTime, and some of the girls have tried to download this app where you can have various screens at various times so they could have a full conversation with more than just one person during their own time, which I think is fantastic. And also I think that, you know, if you take the learning outside the classroom, it shows the enjoyment of the children, and the use of the hub platform and the discussions that they've been having in Welsh in their own time I think is really impressive. So I'm very happy with dosbarth Ramsey.
Rydw i'n meddwl bod dysgu Cymraeg yn bwysig.
We've all made huge progress in the last 2 years. Mae pawb yn mwynhau dysgu Cymraeg.
I sincerely think that we should win this award because we have developed a positively Welsh school within a very non-Welsh speaking area. The children are so enthused and see Welsh themselves as being a very, very important part of the curriculum. It has had its profile raised hugely in this school, and I would say that although Sarah has driven it to where it is, we've now reached that very privileged stage of it actually being driven by the pupils themselves, and long may that continue.
Rydyn ni'n meddwl bod Cymraeg yn wych! Mae Cymraeg yn Ysgol St Francis yn hwyl iawn!